morning. Good morning, band members. Before we do anything else, I've asked the bishop to give us, I've asked our bishop to give us an opening prayer. Please, Bishop.
We'll ask for guidance this morning from our Creator. We'll give thanks so that we'll do things right, as we say. So let us pray. Direct us, O Lord, in all our doings with thy most gracious favor, and further us in your continual help, that in all our works begin, continue and end in you, we may glorify your holy name, and finally, by your mercy, obtain everlasting life. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you very much. Now we finish our elections for this term, and we've got new councilors. One for Montreal Lake and one for Headdress. And we have two ladies, female councilors, and things are starting to change. They're starting to change. And it's a move forward, step forward, and we have to accept it and make it work. We're told that women have a bigger heart, more caring than men do. And they also have visions. They can look ahead, far ahead in advance than men do. So I think we're fortunate. We have to guide our leaders. They need our guidance. They need our support. We'll give them strength. There's many things that can be done in this reserve, and we're all aware of what has to be done. So this is a big challenge. When you run for office, it's not an easy job. It's not an easy job. You get called in the middle of the night, in a weekend, someone telling you, I have no water. My pipes are broken. You have to answer to those. You have to respond. So you have to know your job, you have to know your people, you have to know your staff. So you can act quickly. But it's a good job as well. It's a good job. It can be really, really good if you really enjoy serving the people and working with the people. And as a leader, you work for the people and you listen to the people what they want. And when you do that, you fulfill your mandate, fulfill your job, your duty as a leader, to be able to listen to what the people are saying and to be able to understand what they want and why they want it. Because we have a lot of elders that have grown up here, and lived here most of their lives. They've seen the changes, they've seen the movement, and we have to try and help you, leaders, as much as we can. We will support you. We have a lot of other groups. We're a little more organized than ever. Now that we've got young people, smarter people, faster people. So you do have a big responsibility. You will see your people in distress. And you have to address them. Talk to them. Ask them what's wrong. What do we need to do? And they'll tell you. And sometimes as a leader, your ideas may not work. That's why you go to the people. That gives you strength. Gives you a lot of strength if you look at the people. You are, tama. We'll do the inauguration, and after we're done here, the inauguration, the oath of office, we'll have some speakers. Speakers that are qualified to speak, people with experience as leaders. And it's great, it's good to have that, because we need that guidance too. We need to know what's going on. You need to know what's going on. But you know, I gotta be careful because you can stand here all day. So, oath of office. Elissa? Elissa Halkett from Little Red, new councilor. So I have this declaration, and you can stand up. Don't you worry, it's a mistake now. We need it. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. Yeah. Oh. So the bishop is going for prayer book, the Bible, the Holy Book. We also have one of our people here, Commissioner Votes, that will sign the documents, listen to the oath, make it official. And that's what I was talking about, a little more organized now than we ever were. Because you've got young people, you've got sharp people, you've got fast people. Yeah. So this is a historic event. So we've never had this before. We've got so many female leaders in our council, and the chief as well. So we're going in different directions, but we're all pulling. Going in the right direction. Thank you. Yeah. Go ahead. Okay, you can come here and read your oath of office with your hand on the Bible if you want to. If you want, that's up to you. You know, we're all flexible. We understand. Oh. Yes.
Montreal Lake Nation, I, Elissa Halkett, solemnly swear that I will act honestly and in good faith with the view of the best interests of Montreal Lake Nation. that I will exercise care diligently in performing the duties of office. I will also help with the preparation of qualifications so we can declare that I am duly qualified to be elected member of Montreal Lake. I further declare that I have disclosed any conflicts of interest or potential conflicts of interest that I will immediately address myself of the state of the Inauguration of office. Undertaking to adhere to non-laws, custom and traditions, I also help and solemnly declare that I shall faithfully execute and abide by the laws, customs, and traditions of Montreal Lake during my term of office, including but not limited to the election of 2016 and the executive act 2016 and this oath of office. I understand that I am expected to act as a good role model, whether on or off reserve during my term of office. I also understand that any malfeasance or nonfeasance on my part will not be tolerated and will result in being able to stay on.
Are you excited? Right here. Commissioner Wolf's sign. Now we'll sign as the elder. And I'm not old. So Montreal Lake, Little Red, you have your council member. The next one, Carol. Oath of office. You want to use the Bible? It's up to you. Just use it.
I, Carol Naytowhow, solemnly swear that I will act honestly and in good faith with a view to the best interest of the Montreal Lake Nation and its members, and that I will exercise care and diligence in performing the duties of my office. I, Carol Naytowhow, solemnly declare that I am duly qualified to be an elected member of the Montreal Lake government. I further declare that I have disclosed any conflicts of interest or potential conflicts of interest, that I will immediately divest myself of the same for the duration of my term of office. I, Carol Naytowhow, solemnly declare that I shall faithfully execute and abide by the laws, customs, and traditions of the Montreal Lake Nation government during my term of office, including but not limited to the Election Act 2016, the Executive Act 2016, and this oath of office. I understand that I am expected to act as a good role model, whether on or off reserve during my term of office. I also understand that any malfeasance, misfeasance, or nonfeasance on my part will not be tolerated and may result in my being removed from office.
Thank you. So here, David. Montreal Lake, here's your new council, Carol Naytowhow. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Now we have, we want to get some other people to come and speak here. And I'd like to ask former chief, Ungo, Burton.
Also known as Donny Cass. Thank you, Stephen. That's good one, and congratulations to our new lady councilwoman. I'm not sure what the proper term is, but I think that's what the term is. So congratulations, Carol, to Elissa, and two people that I can think of right now that I would be proud of both of you. One of them is my friend Stanley, Dave Stanley, and my late uncle Paul. Pretty emotional day there, so it's something that you don't see, and you hope that you see someday, and we've seen it. So we have 4 ladies that are on council. We have our lady chief, we have 3 council ladies, and I want to say congratulations to Charmaine and to Joyce as well. And they're deserving for their positions right now. And I think one thing that I've learned through my years of being an elected representative for Montreal Lake is that we support leadership. No matter what, we have a young council, and for some of us that are getting a little bit older, we need to support our council, our leaders. I remember when I first got elected, I was 24 years old, and I was one of the youngest council members at that time. And I was there for probably about 6 years as being the youngest council member and a rookie. And afraid to ask questions, afraid to say the wrong thing, and kind of quiet. And what I did was kept myself busy, just work. And thinking about it now, I never really made time for the family. As you know, my baby girl Talia here, she is raised by my deceased auntie Edna, and I didn't really have time for my family. But I want to encourage all of the leaders to make time for work, but also make extra time for your family. I think it's important that we nurture the family, and also look after the community. And people are going to come up to you guys with all sorts of requests. And this day and age, as you know, it's difficult to live in this day and age. Especially right now with COVID. This room should be full right now. We've only got a handful of people here, but because of COVID, we can't have gatherings. And I think one of the things that I want to say is walking into this gym today, I just learned that we lost a member to COVID, and we remember the family that lost their loved one, and even the ones that left us during this COVID time. And one of the things that I wanted to request to Chief and to Conrad is let's do a little remembrance of all the folks that we've lost since COVID started. And we've lost quite a few people, and the families couldn't really come together because of social distancing. We have to practice, and we can honor the people that we've lost. But, during this COVID time, we lost our eldest female elder and our eldest male elder during this COVID time. That's late Sally and late Ben Bradfield. We've lost those 2 elders, and there's many elders that passed on as well. I think we need to honor them. We need to somehow honor them. I know this time is difficult, but maybe during the course of the next few months we can do that. But again, want to say congratulations to Carol and to Elissa. Oh, your parents have been proud of you too. Elissa and to Carol as well. So, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be times where you're going to say, why did I do this? But I think overall, people have spoken and people wanted to be their leaders. And that's why you guys are here today. To the non-supporters of whoever's in office, we need to work together. I remember when I first ran for the position of chief, I had, I believe, 4 former chiefs that were providing guidance to me. I remember late Roy, Henry, Richie, and one living person that's here, and that's Nolan. And can you imagine if we can bring all our former leaders together and work as a unit instead of separate? We need to do that. We need to work together. And I want to encourage all our former leaders, our current leaders, let's work together. Like I say, life's too short. And, I never thought I'd be an elder in training, but you know what? I'm just about 60 now, and I used to be one of the youngest council members, and I never thought I'd see the day. But it's happened, and I think we need to support our young leaders, and I want to encourage everybody to do the same. So, with that, thanks Stephen, thank Joyce, and my wife Val, and all of you that are here today. I just want to know, just gives me a good feeling to come here and say a few words. And thank you for the opportunity. Last one, thank you very much.
Thank you, Roger. You mean your better half. Your fighting partner. The next person I want to ask is Little Red Councilor Charmaine Hermine, please. Say a few words. And I forgot 2 minutes. I forgot Ungo is an old politician. He could stand here for hours. How? Excuse me.
Good morning. Thank you. Congratulations, Elissa. Congratulations to Carol. I look forward to working with you next year or so. And you said that there's going to be difficult. That we need to work together. I believe we do that, as women leaders, I just read the comments where they say, women are more feeling. I think what we get a hold of it is very difficult to do alone and work, and I'm grateful I have help now. So thank you to Chief as well for the guidance that I've received. Thank you to Stephen and Val, former leaders, Chief and Council.
Was that 2 minutes? You're receiving yet. The other speaker is former Little Red Councilor Howard Halkett. Sorry to surprise you.
First of all, thank you for allowing me to say a few words. My name is Howard Halkett. I'm a former vice chief for Montreal Lake Cree Nation. And today is one of the proudest moments of my life also. You know, I stand before you with my, she's my baby girl, she's my girl. You know, she's been elected into council, and I'd like to thank the people that have supported her, you know, in her request to be a leader for Montreal Lake Cree Nation. Like Ungo said, it's not an easy job. It isn't. Our veteran chief here can attest to that also. It's not easy, and the road ahead of you is going to be a struggle. But you know, I'd like to say that I'd like to commend Montreal Lake Cree Nation for making history, for electing our first female chief, and for electing 2 female councilors in Little Red. That's never been ever achieved before, and for Carol also for being elected. You know, my wife calls her my granddaughter, so I'm very proud of these 2 young ladies. I'm very proud of my wife's cousin, Joyce, for being in leadership today, and we're here to help. You know, my girl was down, she was down and out. She was feeling depressed because she wasn't getting the calls. She felt she wasn't getting the support. So I told her, go and spend time with your kokum. And that's what you need to do. You need to spend time with your elders. Go and ask them for advice. Just go and sit down and talk with them. And they'll pick up on what you're struggling with. They'll give you advice that you'd never even expected. So that's my advice to you, ladies. Troy, Charmaine, if you're struggling in the community, if you're struggling, go and pick up the phone, go and visit an elder, and they'll advise you and they'll lead you, and they'll give you a lot of support and wisdom that our leaders need today, especially in this time and age. But with that, you know, God bless each and every one of you.
Boy, these old politicians, eh? But I don't think he's that old. Our next speaker, Montreal Lake's councilor member, Troy Naytowhow, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. I do apologize for being late. I'm trying to be 2 places at once here. As you know, there's a death in our community. So I was there this morning. I come to say congratulations to Carol and Elissa. And after this, I'm heading back there to be with the family as best I could. But with this COVID rule, so it's pretty hard to be there for the family when you can't actually be beside them. So we're doing the best we can. I just want to say congratulations to these 2 ladies. My advice to you is don't burn yourself out. Ask for help when you need it. As Ungo was saying, it's you got to make time for your family. It's a pretty hard job. It's a 24/7 job. Your phone's never off. You'll get calls 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. It's not a 9-to-5 job. I know most of you know that, and it gets busy. But the main thing is try to be there for your family as well. You got to make time. So I know this is the first time we had a full council since 2017, and the workload was bigger for a vice chief and myself and our other colleague there. So we got busy, we got tired, and
we were burnt out, but we kept going. We kept asking for help. I know Vice Chief goes to Angu lots for his guidance, and I got my elders I go to even when I need help, even if it's just going for coffee, just to sit there. It gets your mind off things, right? Because when you're talking to an elder, you don't have your phone up, so you're there enjoying that time, and sometimes even a few minutes it works and helps. So visit your elders when you can and ask for help when needed. And I like to think I can't say my grandma no more, she's chief, so she's once she got in, I was like, okay, I gotta start calling her chief. So I think Agnes told me that, so I can't call her Pukum or Nimis. I'd like to thank Val, Stephen, everyone for coming out today. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Tori, thank you very much. We're getting a lot of guidance from former leaders, and that's great. They know what it's all about. They've been there, done that. Yeah. And now, we want to, before we get the chief to speak, I want to get the new elected council members to say a few words. Start off with Elissa. I don't get it. I'm too old.
Well, I'd just like to thank everybody. Thank you, Bishop, for the prayer. Thank you, Howard, for the sweetgrass. Stephen, for everything. Chief, Angu. It's been a roller coaster for the last 3 weeks. Emotional, exciting, but I was asked to run for council for the last 9 years of last 9 years. I've been asked every turn to run for council for our community of Little Red. I loved working. I love working behind a desk. I've been working for the band since I was 15 years old. And I'll keep working for the band for as long as I can, for as long as I'm allowed to. Sorry, it's just kind of emotional. I'm not a very well-spoken person at the moment because it's emotional. But I'd just like to thank everybody that supported me in this run. It's been a long run, but we're here. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, everybody, for standing by and allowing me to be your counselor for Little Red and Montreal Lake. So, thank you.
Thank you. Now we have elected council member, Joyce Naytowhow. Carol. There you go. Start off with Jig or something.
I thought he was going to call me by my nickname.
Oh, yeah.
He calls me Porg, so long story. So I want to start off by saying thank you for the prayers, the sweetgrass. It's been a really good experience so far. This year has been tough for all of us, and I'm glad to be standing where I am right now. I honestly didn't think I'd be standing where I am as a young kid. I had different goals and everything, and every job that I've had has kind of led me to this position, I just have to say. So I've learned how to speak up when things need to be said, and I've done that in the past. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm proud of for myself, because sometimes there are times when you do need to be quiet, but then there are times when you need to speak up. So I've learned that, and I've watched observed past leaders and learned a lot from them, and glad to work with them. And they always, like, one of the things that's always said is our youth are our future, you know, they're our next leaders. And I've sat in this gym since I was a kid, coming to band assemblies, coming to different community gatherings. So I just lived a 2-minute walk from here. So I've sat here so many times listening. And I think that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. And I thank Troy, Howard, Andu, Charmaine for the advice, because I do think they're the ones who are going to be helping us, past leaders. And I want to say thank you to all those people who have supported me up until today, and I ask for your continued support, as it isn't going to be easy. It hasn't been, but I'm going to keep an open mind and continue learning. So let's say thank you and ask for my help.
Thank you, Carol. Or is it orange? Okay. Now, our final speaker, our leader, Chief Joyce.
I want to say thank you to our bishop. Always depending on the bishop. Always nice to see you back to the community. Bishop also made history years ago when he became the first bishop from Montreal Lake. That was a big thing to celebrate, a big thing for us community members. And also another history that was made is the 2 ladies here. I have 2 ladies last night, and another history that was made last night was the Saturn and the Jupiter were dancing. I don't know which one is Saturn, I don't know which one is Jupiter. Maybe we should give them a name. But you know what? That's the first time in history I went to Nistanan. I said, thank you, Conrad, for always doing your time, doing your media. Thank you, Ango. Ango is one of my advisors, an elder, he calls himself. Always a phone call away, a text away if you guys need help. Thank you to the speakers that were speaking here before us, the former leaders, and also Stephen and Val, always putting their time. But also let us not forget about the past leaders. Past leaders that have made this gym, the gym, and the past leaders that used to dance around here. The past leaders that used to dance around. New Year's Eve. That was a New Year's Eve was the biggest thing for us because we all planned everything. Okay. The band, as a matter of fact, I remember Ango just playing his little drums away there. And we're all standing there all dressed up, and we couldn't wait, those were the good old days. Another thing is the elections, the nominations, the elections used to be a big pile of people, and then I remember going to a basement, I think it was somebody's basement, it's nothing but neck bones and bannock. But we used to gather around in people's basements, and everybody is saying their nomination speeches, and why we should be electing them and stuff like that, Those were the good old days. Today we miss those days because of COVID. And speaking of COVID, I want to send my condolences to the Ross family. David Ross that was passed on. I was just on the phone with the mother, Vanessa, who is a real close friend of my daughter, and stay matter, eh? And you know, as leader, it doesn't matter how people view us. Some people view us as we're supposed to be strong leaders. We're not that strong leaders, and we get emotional too, especially when you're a woman. You care about people, you love these people, you care about them, and you share their emotion. We're more emotional, I think. So I think about that, and I think about you know, how we view things, and how we see things, and how we envision things like that. Taken from a woman's perspective, that's different. Like, you know, I don't know how many times you say work is 24/7. That is true. I've learned the hard way. I've never had an experience being a counselor, but it is 24/7. It's not like they wake you up 2:30 in the morning. Somebody needs to get picked up at LTs, and then you think back as a Nebraska, you know, if I don't go, like, somebody's gonna freeze. Then you have to get up, and then you have to go and rescue them, okay? So it is, you're right, the ladies, it's 24/7, and 7 days a week. It's not like teaching, it's not like a normal job, but people, and you also have another thing I want to say is that, you know, you always have eyes on you. People look at you. We're role models. You guys are role models. I'm very, very fortunate. Very, very fortunate that I have the young team here. I've done so far so good because of Dean and because of Troy. And Troy is still the youngest. Baby counselor, they call him. We call him baby counselor at Timber Bay. And they're asking us, I wonder, what about Carol? How old is she? And Troy said, oh, I'm still a baby counselor. I'm still the youngest. Yeah. But you know what? I'm thankful Carol was able to make it in last night because she's got a lot of experience with CRT. We have a lot of work that has to be done in Montreal Lake. We have our young women about her age that need a lot of support. Women about her age that need a lot of her support and her experience in a mental health capacity. She is going to be a big help there. She's going to be able to help them out, and also we have a lot of kids that we have to worry about. Those are my weakest point is to see little kids suffer, eh? Those are my weaknesses. And also another thing too is besides the youth that you guys are going to be working with, so I'm glad you guys are here. The elders, we keep losing our elders. Just about two this year. The oldest elder, female, the oldest male. We lost those, and you know, just keep having time, free some time to visit them. You know, it's I lost a couple of my uncles, Nista, and most of the times I was out and about working somewhere else, so I didn't really spend that much time. But you know, I phoned them. Always keep those people in mind. Christmas is coming up. There are going to be some missing tables. So we've had such a rough. This December is usually the very, very rough time for our family. And because of Christmas, eh? Especially this time now with COVID, I think there's only five in the family. Five in a family. I don't know what some of us are going to do when we have more than 5 kids in the family. But with that, I think I've covered just about everything. Just always remember, you know, always pray. That's what I do. Always pray. You know, if you're having problems with family, if you have problems with work, if you have problems, always pray, because you know that's the prayers are very strong. Now that we have these, we can smudge first thing in the morning because you're cleansing out your mind and your spirit. And I thank you for this. Thank you very much for this. Keeps us safe, keeps us feel real good about ourselves, and spiritually we're all connected. And I think that's when spiritually we're all connected, and also to unify. And I think that's why I went out and I bought well, I didn't buy them, I shouldn't say I bought them, I ordered I ordered star blankets, because the star blanket to me represents that we're all connected. Doesn't matter which family you come from, we're all connected. There has to be a connection there. We're all connected to the families. We're all connected to the animals, the four-legged, the two-legged, the birds, the fish. We're all connected that way, even the insects, and even to the universe. And I'd like to take this time to I'd like to ask my sister, and I'd like to get you guys your blankets. Okay. This is a gift from for being the band counselor of Montreal Lake, and I'm very, very proud of you guys.
You want to repeat?
Are you getting one?
Yeah.
Dean, Elvin, and Ricky. Right?
So now that we've got that done, You know, in some areas, some circles, you'll hear people say, those are snagging blankets. But it's a sign of unity, our strength as Indian people, First Nations people. And that's what we do in other places as well. All our people across this land in the prairies, they give star blankets to new people that speak and support our culture. So, you know, we've talked about, everybody's talked about almost everything, and that's good. Don't forget the culture. Don't forget the culture. It's still there. You can preserve it, teach it to the young people. And the other thing that always on my mind is education. There is never enough money for education, but it's up to you to go and find that money. It's up to you to go and find that money for education. Because there are people who want to go to university, take courses, trades, and want to move up in this world. So they depend on you as well to do many things. And so with that, we're done for a while, but still we have something else to do here, and I'll get the Hope can explain everything and do everything for us.
I'm gonna need some help. I'm gonna ask former Chief Roger to come up and our Bishop. And I'm gonna ask the Chief to come and stand here. I gave away all my wheatgrass. I also need a lighter. At this time, we're gonna smudge down our leadership first. Our Ugamasku, our chief. We're going to smudge her down, and we're going to put the chief's bonnet on her. And, our first female chief for Montreal Lake Cree Nation.
that ends our ceremony, our event for the day. And also I want to ask the bishop to give us a closing prayer and maybe a few kind words as well. Oh, lead him up.
Thank you very much. It's a high honor to be here. So the National Indigenous Bishop. We always pray for chiefs and leaders. Roger remembers when I was in service, I always prayed when he was chief every night. And also, like it's been said, it's difficult. We also moving in this direction. We have bishops that are ladies. We have a primate that's a lady. So it's a real high honor to stand in leadership with you today. And as COVID is taking away a lot of stuff from us, but let's just move forward with COVID. Remember 100 years back, my dad told me that he lost a sister through that epidemic that hit 100 years ago. And so I remember those. But Montreal Lake is a strong Christian community. I've known that because that's where my leadership come from, was a bishop. I look back at what am I doing here as a bishop, I thought. Then I remembered where I live in Montreal Lake. That's where it's come from. And my dad was a leader. We have a chief in our family too, in Inauguration. And so it's a real, the last one to lead Like I always remember St. Francis, where there's hardship, let there be peace, and Montreal Lake has come a long way, so I'm going to be done through these hardships, through the epidemic, through a lot of things. Now we have leadership, strong leadership, and I know that we just need to stand together with them. And like one of the leaders said, to console with elders. God, my God, that's what I did in my life. That's what I did. My grandma was the youngest leader. I too was the youngest lay leader. And today I'm a bishop looking at retirement. So I hope I'll have an opportunity to pray with you in one-on-one days to come. And Christmas is kind of going to be a different Christmas. My colleagues suggested we close all the churches. And so after consulting with an elder, one of my advisors, she suggested that you just close the churches, Adam. It'll be safer. And look after yourself. Take holidays, she said. So I'm taking that. And then I told my colleagues, Bishop Michael and Bishop Chris Harper. By the way, there's 12 Indigenous bishops now in Canada, and we're growing. So that's I'm very grateful. Again, thank you for allowing me to say a few words and also a closing prayer. So we'll, as we stand here, we'll remember our chief and our lady council, the council. So I'll lift my prayer up for them, and also invite you as you want to pray. So I'm going to be praying in my language, so let us pray.